kind of see what happens. So feel free to put all of your questions, comments, concerns, rebukes into the chat, and I'll see what I have to say about it. Please do these more often. Oh, yeah, this is a lot of boxes. So let me show you guys before I get started. Check this out. I'm going to remove my webcam. This is the current state of my office. And what's up, Brad? Diary of a Flipper, good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to try to get up here and show you. We've got a whole bunch more bubble mailers all the way down there. My cord is kind of limiting me right now. This is what I've got on my table so far. And then in the back, you can see I dipped into the stash a little bit last night with my family because they were in town, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to open stuff up with them. So that's how things are looking right now. If you guys have any guesses as to how many packages there actually are, let me know. But I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and I'm excited to kind of start making a dent in them. And hopefully it'll be somewhat fun to watch. So without further ado, we've got our first two games. Unfortunately, so the biggest thing that I'm looking for as I'm opening these suckers up is condition. What I'm really wanting to see is games that are nice and complete with, oftentimes they won't have a manual. If it's like a more recent system, they don't come with them initially. But this is kind of unfortunate. At least they have cases. Some of the games that I've been getting from GameStop recently don't even have cases. But we have Barbie and Her Sister Puppy Rescue on the PS3. Anyone played this? Is this a a recommendation here? And then we have Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii U, also in acceptable condition. I'll also be checking just to make sure the discs are in there and everything. Should probably catch up a little bit with the chat. Hey, it's my wife. Erica's here. She is in the room next to me right now, so thanks for hopping in, honey. That is our Wi-Fi may be a little bit slow, and if it is, you have her to thank. So just kidding. Watch out on the non-Blu-ray disc games, GameCube and 360 games. None of them worked until I resurfaced them myself. That is actually a good tip. I have not had much luck with GameStop's GameCube stock. Most of the time when I check, they have very low selection of anything that is remotely retro. I don't know if you guys have had a similar experience, but I'm going to have to pick up the pace here. If I knew that this would happen, I'd just start talking and chatting with folks. The only one in there, Sonic Lost World, I got a pretty good number of copies of this, and that's what we like to see right there, ladies and gents. Manual, disc. One thing that I'm trying to get better at is also checking the condition of the disc itself, so thank you for that reminder. And yes, Nigel, this is not only a fresh haircut, but also a fresh beard trim. I made sure that I am looking nice and suave for you guys today. First ever live stream. I gotta be fresh. What can I say? Need to leave a snack basket for the delivery service. Yeah, 100%. I've been talking for a while about how I need to leave them a gift card. I'm waiting for like a day that I expect a lot of packages to do that, because I'm not sure if it's like the same one that has like my house as a router. If it's, I'm just gonna like, I have 2 packages one day and randomly give a person a gift card. Of course, that's not a bad thing. But yeah, they deserve some pats on the shoulder for what I've put them through. We've got Naruto Broken Bond here on the Xbox. One of these times I'm going to open one of these things up and it'll just randomly be, well, most likely nothing. But maybe it'll be like Melee or something good. Every once in a while, GameStop will pleasantly surprise me. You guys have probably seen that in the past. I got this. I think it's up there, actually. I'll show it after this one. Here we've got nice. Another, is it complete? It is. Midway Origins on the PS3. I got maybe, I don't know, 8 copies of that or something. And we have Apache, Air Assault on the PS3. I think I actually got this on both the PS3 and the 360. But talking about pleasant surprises from GameStop, in one of my last openings, I got this puppy right here, this like collector's edition of Code Realize for the Vita. I think this is a reseal. It's not actually sealed, but it was supposed to just be a normal Vita game, and they sent me this. So fingers crossed, who knows, we may find something like that today as well. 27 folks watching. There are 27 people in the world that are interested in my life. I'm honored. Thank you guys for being here. Nashi, hey, thanks for showing up, man. Your packages did not get mixed up with those. I just opened them up today. And actually, I want to show everybody what you sent. Okay, I gotta focus here. Katamari Damacy Reroll is a Switch game here, as well as Sonic Mania. It's not. This was supposed to be Sonic Mania Plus, which goes for significantly more than Sonic Mania. They sent me the normal Sonic Mania. And I think the reason is, very soon after I started ordering them, they actually became unavailable online. I think they may have realized their mistake. This still, I mean, I'm going to make some money on this, but if it was Sonic Mania Plus, and we'll see if any of these other ones are Sonic Mania Plus, that's a solid, much more than double up. I think probably triple up or more. I want to say I was paying either $7.50 or $10 a piece for them. But a couple things that Nashi sent me today. Am I saying that right, by the way? Where he has been the #1 contributor to my Winnie the Pooh game and apparently movie collection. So this is actually my first Pooh GameCube game. I don't know if there are more GameCube games than this, but this is pretty incredible. And then also a movie as well. So the Winnie the Pooh video game collection is growing, ladies and gentlemen. Very much thanks to Nashi. So thanks again, man. And we also did a little bit of trade action on the side, which is a lot of fun. Chevy, your mailman hates you. I'm trying to get my mailmen and women to not hate me. I try to be really nice to them anytime I see them, but I would probably resent me if I was them as well. We've got a Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii U. The other thing that I'm going to try to somewhat do as I am opening these suckers up is organize them according to like whether or not they're complete. So we kind of have a visual of the kind of stuff that GameStop is sending people out these days, which I want to be optimistic about. History has shown that it's maybe in the 40% range complete games, which, I don't know, is fine, I guess. This Animal Crossing for the 3DS, also not complete. I only managed to snag like 3 of these. 2 of them initially, then they went out of stock. Then I checked back later. I got 1 more. Then they went out of stock. I think they were just kind of uploading them as they got them. But to get 3 at $9.50 a piece is really good because these have been selling in the mid-30s for me on Amazon. So I will take that for sure. Hi from the UK. Let's go. I was looking at some of my like video analytics recently, Kaloop, and was looking. I think it's like 1% or maybe a fraction of a percent watch me who are from outside of the US. So it's cool to have you. How has are you a like video gamer or reseller or both there? And how's the either games or resale game been? Atelier Sophie Alchemist on the PS4. Does anybody know if I am saying that correctly? This is like a JRPG. You could probably tell from the title. Paid $10 for that guy. As well as Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. Unfortunately, a lot of the games that are sent in these bubble mailers, the cases end up getting kind of destroyed. But at $7.50, this was a really good deal. Ratchet and Clank, a classic series, so was happy about that. I got a good number of those. You'll probably see those stacking up here. But yeah, you probably saw from the title, everything that's stacked up here is more than $7,000 worth of GameStop games. So my bank account is hurting a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with it. We have another Midway Arcade Origins. GameStop had a massive sale recently that was if you bought 5 or more items, you get 50% off. And so I said, okay, I'll do that. Let me catch up with the chat here a little bit. Due to the current situation with the world, would you suggest the people who sell on Amazon stay with Merchant Fulfilled or switch to FBA? That's a great question, Mo. I actually dedicated a video to that, maybe a few weeks ago. It was called, Is MF Still Worth It? Or maybe that was just in the thumbnail. You'll find it, though. The short answer is I have completely transitioned back to FBA at this point. As long as they're going to let me. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up shutting those avenues down again for non-essential items. But for the time being, I'm happy to be back in FBA. And honestly, the processing times at the warehouses I've been pretty happy with them. So hopefully that is helpful. That's what I'm doing, at least. This is a copy of Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. Sorry. This was another one that I think may have gone out of stock. I can't remember. Maybe I just decided to stop buying it. Also, it's not a bad idea to, if you have inventory that you think will sell really quick, not a bad idea just to merchant fulfill it to keep your cash flow up if that's a big factor for you. This is what we like to see, a nice complete, well, is it complete? Yes. Anytime you find a sheet in here that says how to view the electronic manual, that means it's not supposed to come with a regular, like traditional manual. So I can sell this as very good condition, as complete, and it looks pretty nice. And despite being sent in a bubble mailer, the condition is pretty decent. Howdy, Andres. Thanks for joining us today. Sourcing off Depop, as all charity shops are closed in the UK and don't have pawn shops, really. There are no pawn shops in UK? What? Well, my condolences. I buy a good amount of stuff from pawn shops, at least in regular times. Do you have any other kind of, like, so you have thrifts. Obviously, there are yard sales and stuff. Is there anything that we don't have there that are, like, potential sources for resale? We have Lord of the Rings, BFME. What does that stand for? Battle for Middle Earth. Anyone play this game? I played a Lord of the Rings battle game on GameCube once that I thought was pretty fun. Then we have Blur on the 360. These were $7.50 a pop as well, and I got a lot of copies both on the 360 and the PS3. Unfortunately, not the original case, so that's going to have to go in the not very good pile. Looking pretty slim so far on the very good condition games and stuff, and that's in the wrong pile. We press on. Shout out the in-laws. Are the in-laws watching? Hello in Northern Kentucky from Phoenix Resale here in Lexington to the Cherry fam. Also, shout out to Arizona Fruit Punch. This is not a Four Loko. Sorry if I am like missing stuff in the chat. I'm trying to also be somewhat responsible and talk about what the heck I'm supposed to be doing. But what I really need is like a moderator in here. What I really need is a wife who's willing to help a brother out. Just kidding. Sorry if that burst some of your eardrums. Is it tough being a gamer and a reseller? I'm sure you came across a lot of stuff you wanted to keep but couldn't. It kind of is. It helps that right now I've completely reduced all of my collection to just Switch. So focusing on one console does help a lot. And I've been having a lot of fun with my Switch Challenge series that I've posted a couple videos from. But yeah, having that like limited scope definitely helps narrow my focus a little bit. But don't feel bad reposting questions if you have a burning question in the chat. And I'll be happy to try and get to it as I am multitasking. What's up, Shad Juice? I love your channel, man. And we're like almost neighbors. Don't you live outside of like Cincinnati? He has some great pickup videos. I'm always surprised what my man Shad Juice snags out at the sales. So definitely check out his channel if you haven't. We have a copy of Dying Light. Oh, this is not from GameStop. This is an Amazon return. So somebody, you can tell from the barcode back here. It is nice and complete, though. I wonder why they returned. Oh, that's why. Got a nice little scratchy right there, if it will focus. You can kind of see it on the edge there. And the irony of this is I sold my PS4, so I can't even test this before it goes back out again. This may go in a long-term to-test pile for whenever I buy a PS4 again for $100 or whatever. I am opening my GameStop board while I watch you open yours. Nice job, Alma. That's what I like to see. Keep up the hustle. Nice. Shonen Jump Naruto, The Broken Bond. Do we have the manual? Rip. Is this supposed to come with the manual? I don't actually know. You know, I'm going to put that in the pile just to make it look a little better. Howdy, Uniquely Me. Thank you for being here. Quite new to this whole business model. Open a big box and you'll be my best friend. Okay, Avery, I'll open a big box. I'll do it just for you. $10 miles from Kentucky. I'm telling you, we're neighbors. We should hit the sales together sometime. You know, James, I'm not really feeling your vibe right now. I think I'm going to teach myself how to flag you. Oopsies. There we go. And here, wow, we've got a nice little load from this box here. So good suggestion, Avery. Nice. And okay, decent ratio in this box. We've got a couple Call of Duty Modern Warfare trilogies. And oh, whoo-hoo! That's a seal, ladies and gents. We paid the price for a used game, but they sent us a new one. So the GameStop deities have smiled upon us today. Maybe this is making up for all the broken cases they've sent me. This needs to go in a separate special pile. What's a good place of honor? Maybe up here. Can you guys see that? That is very nice. All right, and we've got in this one, it is complete, but kind of falling apart a little bit. I think that is fixable. Nice. And you do always definitely want to check with multi-disc games that they're all in there. This one, they are. And it has a little manual insert. So those are two solid ones. We also have Super Mario Bros. 2, got a decent number of copies of those. Any game with Mario in the title is going to sell really fast. So these I actually am okay with a little bit smaller margin on. I paid $10 a piece on them. And I think they'll be like 17 or 18 after fees, maybe a little bit more since I'm doing FBA. Oh, uh-oh. We have got our very first collection game. Someone mentioned collection earlier. Sorry, I can't remember who it was. But this is one that I will be keeping. And I'm just peeling a sticker off right now. This is the double pack Galaxy Z and Skulls of the Shogun. I had never heard of this game before, but almost all the time when it's multiple games in one, I'm I'm a sucker for that marketing, so I'll buy those almost every time. I did get a good number of copies of these. This is to flip as well, but I'm going to keep one copy for the collection. So this, I think, deserves to go on our very special pile. And we got 44 people right now watching me open GameStop packages. So if you just jumped in, thank you so much. This is about 7K of GameStop stuff that I am very gradually getting through and sorting here on my lovely table. Feel free to ask any questions you might have about reselling, about life philosophy, about what I had for lunch today. Dragon's Crown was also from that box, and we've got a nice complete copy of Fire Pro Wrestling World. Oh no, I put it in the wrong pile. Complete, incomplete. Then we've got Valferis. This was 10 bucks. Anyone know if this originally came with the manual? I don't think so. I'm going to put it in the very good pile. I'm sorting these into condition piles because on Amazon, condition is everything. You cannot sell a game that doesn't have both the case and manual if it's supposed to have manual in very good condition. And if you can't sell it in very good condition, you can't get the buy box. So that's why I'm kind of making a big deal out of condition as we have another one, ladies and gentlemen. A nice, this does look like a factory seal. I don't think this is resealed. Copy of Box VR. Very nice. Love to see it. That's going on the special pile. Phoenix Favorites. And then, oh, we have another copy of Box VR. It's not sealed, but it is in the original case. So you still like to see that. I think a big part of the reason for that being on the list is, this is another good tip for you guys if you are doing this in the future. I think most of the games in this haul probably won't still be worth reselling because GameStop sales change every single day. But the reason for this, and a good genre of games to look for, especially now as more states are shutting down, is indoor fitness games, or I guess if it's a video game, fitness games in general. It's the reason why like Ring Fit Adventure was ridiculous. Like it was going for like $250 and it retails for $80 for a while there. I've been buying Zumba games at pawn shops because those are spiked as well. But let me jump back in the chat here. That's Maney says, just started flipping consoles. Congratulations. If you, I think I have a couple videos on like prepping consoles and shipping consoles and stuff like that. So if you're new, that may be helpful. How often has GameStop sent you reproduction carts of old games? You know, Avery, I have not had all that much luck. I started doing GameStop online arbitrage fairly recently. This is Blitz the League for 360, and then we have a complete copy of Blitz the League 2 for PS3. A lot of sports games also. Don't sleep on sports games. A lot of them have been very spiked recently. But I've only recently been doing GameStop arbitrage, and if you guys have been tracking a whole lot with GameStop.com, their retro inventory has just been plummeting. Like even a year back, I feel like they had way more N64, GameCube, PS1, Sega stuff, and now like it's hard to find almost any game. There is at least one retro game that I got a decent number of copies of back here that you should see some of, but almost all of this is modern. So all that to say, I don't have a whole lot of experience in the GameStop retro arena. I wish I could speak to that more. But for the most part, I've watched other people opening up a lot of GameStop stuff, like Sick Cooper has done it in the past. And I think he's had fairly good luck. I will say, I think a couple of the copies of Wario Land 4 on GBA may have been repros. I was just a little bit suspicious of them, though I'm not an expert on GBA stuff. Another Ratchet and Clank, acceptable one. let me try to do that. Cool. Drifter Thrifter, controversial topic. I see Chase and crew are sourcing maskless. Thoughts? I never have anything bad to say about Chase and crew because they're my boys, straight up. I think personally, I try to do as much as possible, especially if I'm in a public spot with a mask on. However, if I knew the person that I was doing a large deal with, and I knew what their comfort level was and their like social level, if they're like basically a friend, that might be a time that I would consider not doing it. With friends and family, I've been a little bit more lenient, but anytime I'm in public, in a store, in a restaurant, or doing a deal with someone that I don't know, I always try to. That's just where I am. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. This is really nice. Nice complete copy. All right. So that will definitely go for more than the loose copy that, boy, I'm really struggling with these piles over here. Sorry, everyone, for that who's just counting on me to get these piles right. When do you sell like new versus very good? I use like new pretty sparingly. Almost, I would say the only time I really use like new if it is new in the package, but the packaging just has some shelf wear. Like maybe it's in like a blister pack, but it's dented or like ripped on one side or something like that. That's when I use like new. Although technically that might even be below Amazon's guidelines. So I would reread those. I go back and reread those fairly frequently anytime I have questions like that for a specific category. Got another box VR. Oh, these actually weren't $7. These were $6.50. So a little bit of a smaller flip there, but I believe at least a double up. Then I got a whole bunch of these Street Outlaws, the lists, because they were on sale. They started out going used for $40. They were on sale for $20, which put it in range for the deal of the day, which was buy 5, get 50% off. So these were $10 a piece, marked down from 40 a piece, and they're still going for in the 30 to 40 range on Amazon. So was happy about that. Got a good number of copies of those. And then we got Box VR. You need to look at the discs. You shouldn't list them as very good if they are all scratched up. Very true. I'm trying to get better about that. Wise and Fun Fox. And a lot of these, I will do that later. I'm just trying to keep this somewhat efficient for the purposes of the live. Got another Train Sim World. I'll tell you guys, a theme with a lot of these games is going to be don't write off categories prematurely. Like remember that Barbie game that I pulled out, like Barbie and Friends Puppies? Most people think like children's games are going to be shovelware. They're not going to be worth anything. I hadn't seen that game before, so I scanned it. It turned out it was profitable. Same thing, Train Sim World. What? Why would this be profitable? But I think it's going to be. I have not sold that one before, so take that with a grain of salt. But my rule of thumb is like if I haven't seen a game, if I haven't scanned it before, I'm going to scan it anytime I'm doing GameStop OA. Nice, another Xenoblade Chronicles. In the nice pile. Wow, I watched Sick Cooper too. Yeah, Sick Cooper's the man. It's just so cool to be able to see the inner workings of a actual brick and mortar video game store. I will say I watch everything that they do to acquire inventory and upkeep their site and upkeep their in-store inventory. I don't envy them, but I do think that being able to get that glimpse, that daily vlog is really cool. We've got a copy of Brawlout on the Switch. This will be another one. If I can find a complete copy of this, I'm going to be crossing my fingers. I will keep it for the collection. So in the ones that I opened yesterday, I'll show you guys. I found this copy of Brawlout, which was quite interesting. It's complete, but it's the PAL version. How weird, right? So I think I'll actually throw this one on eBay, and it may actually bring a little bit more, like $30 or so. I want to say, I can't remember what I paid. $7 or 10. So that's how that's going to go. But I'm looking for an American version. This is America. And more importantly, I'm just kind of OCD about wanting stuff in my collection to match. I miss when games were on cartridges. It was so hard to damage than discs. Yeah, although cartridge readers tend to be a lot more finicky than disc readers, so it's kind of a trade-off there. We got Blitz the League. I don't think that's complete. Boo. Val Ferris again on the PS4. And Street Outlaws. Move my bubble wrap so you're awesome. My awesome sign on camera. Yeah, shout out to the in-laws again for that awesome sign. Phoenix Resale. I'm not going to untie that bubble wrap, but it was a very nice birthday present last year, I believe. TSW Train Sim World, 2 copies of that. How fast have your past few waves of GameStop sold? Are a lot of them still sitting in an Amazon warehouse? Yeah, I would say the majority of them are. A lot of games that I get, especially the ones like the very good condition games, tend to sell very quick as soon as they hit the warehouse and go active. The other ones tend to sit a little bit longer. For me, that's not a huge problem, especially because like this time of year is a good time to be buying, since Q4, it's not right around the corner, but it's coming. 6 months out. So like by the time these hit the warehouse, they might sit for a little bit, but I'm confident like games during Q4 sell like crazy. So if I end up going into Q4 with a good number of good and acceptable condition games, I'm okay with that because prices tend to rise, and even if they're sitting for a while, stuff like this just gets bought up. It's crazy. Spike Volleyball and Code Vein on the PS4. These are both in solid condition and are in there. I like it also when they don't have the stickers. Another pro tip for you. I'm just coming at you guys with the pro tips right now. If you're selling on it, well, Amazon or eBay, and the stuff that you're selling comes with price stickers like this, be careful to take it off before you send it in. A lot of people probably wouldn't need that tip, but if you are as dumb as I am, you may need it, because I've sent a couple things in. The way that I normally go about listing my inventory, it's all face down over here. I put it through the scanner and then I type, and then the barcode comes out for Amazon and I slap it on. And sometimes I don't turn it around, which is a flaw in my listing model. But I've had a couple complaints from people saying, hey, you bought this from GameStop. Sometimes people just think they're buying new stuff and it's used, and they're like, what? Even though the condition is pretty obviously used. I had that happen this week and had to get some feedback removed. But it's generally a good policy to take price stickers off when you are selling things for more than you bought them. Let's see here as I'm continuing this. But yeah, all that said, a good number of my previous games from GameStop have sold already. And some of the copies will be multiple copies in a day, or some of the games will sell multiple copies in a day. Here's another, Barbie and Her Sister, Puppy Rescue, PS3. Nope, I caught myself that time. Bought 60 PS3 games locally for $10. Dude tossed in a few Blu-rays too. Super bonus, a copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Wii console in one case. That is a valuable game. I just sent one of those in the other week. Sonic Lost World, this is an anomaly. It has the manual, but no original case? What? I'm going to pull this out, and if I get one that has the case and no manual, I'm going to switch it. Pull the old switcheroo. Who wants to see another box? Anybody? I'm kind of feeling boxy right now. You know there's some good stuff in there. Wonder if GameStop is taking PAL stuff now. I have no idea. Maybe someone made a mistake. I don't get much PAL stuff from them. But GameStop only very recently restarted taking anything. Like, I went to my local video game stores and they were like, yeah, GameStop is sending people our way for trade-ins. It's kind of crazy. So that must have been nice for them trying to get restocked after quarantine, after lockdown. One nice thing about getting a whole bunch of GameStop boxes as well is it just loads me up on packing material. It's a little bonus. All my pickups are retro. That's kind of crazy. I have apparently been sleeping on retro. I was trying to find some of those during this last sale, and was just not having a lot of luck. So maybe I need to be a little bit more careful in my searches. Keep up the hustle. Thanks, Retro World. Caleb, at one point, do you quit reselling and say I'm just too handsome for this? As soon as Vogue offers me a career in modeling for substantially more than I'm making now, at which point I would still keep reselling as a side hustle because it's too fun. I was thinking the other day what I would do if I had enough money to retire right now. And the crazy thing is, I don't know how much I would really do different. Is that crazy? That means that your boy is extremely blessed is what that means. Did I just hold up a couple of blank cases to you guys as if I was like showing you something? Oh, I'm losing it. Oh, by the way, thank you, Tripler, for that question. I didn't even shout you out. Hunting with Tripler, excellent channel. And the dude gave away an Xbox One at 500 subs. That's when you know a reseller is successful, is when they are dropping expensive tech at 500 subbies. That's crazy. This is not what you want to see. This is, okay, JK, I'm eating my words. I was going to say that, so I ordered a whole bunch of Borderlands triple packs, and I opened one of these blank cases and found only 2 discs, but it turns out they just included the other 2 discs in the other blank case. So here are those. One thing that I have learned already from this round is I'm going to be very slow to purchase game collections that include multiple discs for OA, because most of them that I have gotten so far have not been complete. I've only gotten one that was complete in the case, which sucks because people don't want to receive stuff that way. I don't really want to have to like inspect a whole bunch of different games. Just kind of a pain overall. If I was at a video game store and saw the same thing, I actually have been buying a lot of collections at video game stores because a lot of them have gone up in price pretty significantly. Whoa. And here, okay, I take it back. It's 6. It's not 4. Don't listen to me. But yeah, collections for OA on GameStop, bad. And I guess maybe this is where the last 2 were in. I don't know. That's what the original case looked like. AKA unoriginal case, and we showed these. I'm losing it, folks. Switch games are region free. Yes, that's very true. It's not because I can't play them that I don't collect PAL. It's because I am anal. If you're picking up Wii U games, I recommend testing all of them. Just picked up a bunch and about 40% didn't work. Yikes. Hopefully that was a bad batch because I don't have time to test all of these. My general strategy, I do get that question a lot, which is, do you test everything, all your games, before you send them out? And the answer is nope, because that would be another full-time job. So I just kind of cut my losses and got another code realize and accepted I'm going to get some returns and that's just kind of a part of doing business that I have to work into it. And so that's why I am pretty picky about the margins that I like to get on this stuff. It's very rare. That's why I pointed out that Mario Bros one earlier. It's pretty rare that I buy something that I don't expect to at least double my money on. Codebane and Spike Volleyball. Some of these discs do come out of their things during shipping, so I like to plug those bad boys back in. Okay, honestly, I'm not sad about this ratio. I mean, look at this, guys. It's a lot of more recent stuff. You can tell that, but look at that. The complete pile right now is higher than the incomplete pile. That's when you know you've got a good batch going on. Gonna jump back into the chat here. Don't know how GameStop makes any money. I ordered 35 things from them during a sale and they shipped 19 packages. Yeah, the way that GameStop ships stuff is dumb. It's from all of their individual stores rather than a centralized warehouse like Amazon. And like, especially when you're selling games, of course, they pay 25 cents a piece for all these games, basically. But still, when you're selling things at half price and shipping them for free, it's like, how good can your margins be on that stuff? That's part of the reason why I have a theory that GameStop is financially hemorrhaging and quickly going the route of Family Video and Blockbuster and Toys R Us. I don't know why I said Family Video, because they're the only video rental chain that's still in existence. That was incorrect. Started on golf clubs because of Tripler. He is a fountain of knowledge. Just received 3 GameCube Pokemon XDs and they didn't work. 30 to 40% return rate. Dang. I so far have not seen a 30 to 40% return rate. Maybe I've been lucky. I do try to inspect the discs before they go out, but in general, it hasn't been that bad for me, at least so far. What I have had to do sometimes is I've had certain games that haven't showed up in the quantity that I expected, and I've had to reach out because they're tracking. It says shipped, but nothing after that. Ba, 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 ba. Another one for the special pile. Brand spanking new. And it doesn't end there. Multiple copies. Let's go. I have actually experienced in the past, I've ordered like 8 copies of a game. And, whoops. Sometimes GameStop, like, when they have a whole bunch of new inventory of a game, rather than discounting the new price, they'll just take a chunk of it and push it to the pre-owned pile and just like send it out as pre-owned, even though people are paying less for pre-owned. And I've had it before where I'll order 8 copies of a game. They all come from the same place and they're all brand spanking new. Just happened a couple weeks ago with Trine 4, I think, on the Xbox, and then another Box VR. 3 new copies of Box VR. 1 Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and 1 Switch game for the collection. That is a pretty good day so far, ladies and gents, I must say. Clearance figures from GameStop in the store, sent them out, put my label on 2 used Xbox One games and the other guy's label on my figures. Used all my luck. Wait, so Avery, are you saying that was a good experience, or like you got lucky on that one? Or they did you dirty? Got another Katamari Damacy reroll. I do like buying Switch and PS4 and Xbox One games at GameStop, not only because they tend to sell faster, but because they have a higher rate of having their original case. I know you can't really see that from the Switch games I've gotten so far, but that does tend to be true. Got another Apache Air Assault. This is not the original case, but what I'll do with cases like this is you can see the case is supposed to be clear, but strangely enough, it has the manual and the game, obviously. What I'll do is I'll take one of these, like this Atelier Sophie. Has a nice case that is an original PlayStation case, and I'll swap it out with this guy so I can sell this as very good condition. But for right now, what will I do? I'll put these in a separate pile so that I can remember to do that. Contact GameStop and they'll send you another copy if it's scratched. Yeah, when I had those game copies that I was missing, I think they just went ahead and sent me some replacements because the shipping on there did say in transit and it was far past the expected delivery date. Madagascar 3, the game. This is another category, guys, another genre. Games made after movies tend to be worth bupkis, but this one seemed like it was doing fairly well. The sales rank was decent enough, so I pulled the trigger on maybe 7 or 8 of these. That is one thing also that as I have gained experience, I have been willing to buy more copies of games that I have not sold before as I gain more confidence in my ability to analyze the deals based on the Amazon data. Take a look at my trash can over here. Yikes. Overflowing. My whole office is just a rotten mess right now because I've been holding off opening any of these until this very live. So thank you guys for being a part of it. I'll be here all week. Yes, GameStop is hemorrhaging. Thank you for that affirmation. I know. Their days are numbered. Most broken games come from GameStop's warehouse. Okay. Wish you could browse their warehouse and go hunting. Yeah, Inashi, I wish that too. I would not be surprised if they do go out of business, if they go bankrupt. Maybe they will let people in there. Who knows? Clearing house sale, or maybe they'll just liquidate everything online. I'm not sure. So this is a copy of Sonic Lost World, but the case, kind of crappy. I'm going to see, do I have any? Nope, I don't have any to substitute for it. So I'm going to put this to the side as well. It does at least have the manual in there. That's not what you want to happen. Put that in the secondary pile. And then I also, did I show this? Another one of those. What's my favorite fast food restaurant? That is a very important question. Kind of depends on the mood. I would say when it comes to your flagship burger joints, you've got McDonald's, you've got Burger King, and you've got Wendy's. There are other regional chains that are pretty big, but I'm not going to include those. To me, there's a clear winner, and it's not close. And it's Wendy's. Their burgers are consistently good. Their fries are thicker and retain heat better and are well salted. And I like that a lot too. They have the option of Frosty. They recently did change their biggie bag, maybe because of the beef shortage, which is definitely unfortunate because their old burger biggie bag was mwah. If there's no Wendy's, and actually, I don't go to a burger place most often. So we got we got the Barber game. And then we've got another one that I got a decent number of copies of. Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2, another. See, these bubble mailers are destroying me. Grr. It is complete, though. Fast food. If I'm in the mood for a burger or something, I go to Wendy's. If you disagree, I can't force you to be right. Got another nice our Xenoblade Chronicles rate, I think we've only had one that has not been complete. So that is very nice. Probably my all-time favorite fast food, fast-ish food. If I had to eat only one restaurant, only one like fast food joint for the rest of my life, it might be this. And that is Chipotle. I know you can't drive through. Is it really fast food? Maybe not. It's fast enough for me. But it just checks all of the boxes, people. It tastes great. It's super good for you. And perhaps most importantly at all, relative to the amount of food you get, especially if you're doing it right by ordering extra rice, extra pico, extra corn, the stuff that's free, the mass of food that you get at Chipotle for the price, $7-ish if you don't get chips or a drink. I mean, it's 2 meals. It's 2 meals for $7. It fills you up, keeps you going on a long sourcing trip. It nourishes your bones. Oh, I need to write a love letter to Chipotle. But yeah, that's my main go-to. I also do love chicken. I'm a sucker for Cane's or Chick-fil-A. I would say most of the time it'll be one of those 3 places. I love trying local places when I can, but usually when I'm on sourcing trips, I just play it safe. This is unfortunate start to a new category. The caseless games category. GameStop sent me this, not with the original case, but with no case at all. This is what Phoenix looks like when his heart is crushed. You did this to me, GameStop. Although I can kind of forgive you because of this little sack of beauty up here. I'm going to get over it pretty quick. Tell me if this is better, because I'm losing a little bit of natural light here. I'm going to try flipping this sucker around. Oh. How's that look, everybody? Give me this emoji if you like how my face looks right now. I'm going to do another box. I'm in a boxy mood. And ask for another question. 4 for $4. Yeah, that's huge at Wendy's. You can't say enough about Wendy's, really. Might need to start a weekly podcast where I open GameStop packages. I don't think that this activity would translate all that well in that medium. But, I mean, it's a good idea. People love podcasts. Yes! Yes! This is what you want to get with the triple packs, people. This is what you need. Xbox 360, I will open these up later to make sure that they do have all discs in them, to make sure that they all look good. But boy, this beats the pants off of getting 6 loose discs crammed into one flippin' plastic third-party case. So it's looking like I'm going to have to do a little bit of reorganizing here. So let's make this little pile on this corner. We've got this growing pile of complete games, which you love to see. We're going to add the Borderlands right here. We're going to take this pile of, caseless games and put it kind of back here and start a new one up here. What's all this? I don't know what this is. This guy is going to go over in the corner with the games to be completed. These, boom. And then we've got some, I'm going to put the loose DS games. I don't know if I got any DS games besides the Pokemon. I'm going to put those up here. Lovely. Naruto Rise of Ninja. Also loose. Caleb Mad. Apache Air Assault. Have we found one of these with a manual yet, or do these just not come with a manual? help me, please. One thing that I'm bummed GameStop doesn't do anymore is, at least online, they don't give you the Elite Pro member price. It used to be that you could stack. So you can see here, you've got the regular price of 15, Elite Pro member price of 12. It used to be that you could get this price in addition to buy one, get one free deals, which is wild. So I would have been getting this sucker for $6 instead of $7.50, which for a tightwad like me is real nice. I don't know what pile to put this in. If you guys know, let me know if it's supposed to have a manual or not. For now, I'm going to put it in the sad face pile. Einashi is asking my wife how annoyed she is with the boxes. Let him know, babe. I think I do a fairly good job of keeping them contained into the office, but sometimes they just spill over. You do what you can. Okay, Mega Man Legacy Collection. I got a few copies of these. I'm really hoping for this one as well, that I get at least one copy that is complete, because I do need this for the collection. It will only be like a few bucks profit when I sell like these in acceptable condition, but I got a few of them because I knew there was a good chance that some of them would not be complete, and I need a complete one. So that's the lengths that I go to to add to the collection. Also in here, we have another TSW. Hey, that's what we're looking for. Brawl Out on the Nintendo Switch. I love it. I love what has been happening with recent console games that is like the art on the inside. I think that, I mean, it's nice to have a manual too. I do like manuals, but this is really cool. I appreciate that. And this little puppy is staying with me and going in the treasure pile. Erica, it's not your job. You just have to tell me to do it. How do I send you a super chat on here? Chevy, that is such a nice gesture. I have no idea. I don't know if I don't know if I am approved for that. I'm probably too much of a pleb in YouTube's eyes to have that be an option. And we have another copy of Brawl Out that is complete. I was expecting a good number of these to be complete. Normally I have good luck with complete Switch games. I don't know why I'm taking this price tag off. I'm going to have to de-sticker so many of these. It does need a manual. Okay. Well, I put it in the right category then. How long did it take you to make your order at GameStop? Multiple days is the long and short of it. I didn't spend the whole day doing it. But it was probably, I would say 15-ish hours to order all this stuff. It's a grind. Like, I mean, it's buying video games, so like it's not a grind, but it's a grind. Got a couple copies of Street Outlaws. One thing that I'm trying to be careful to do is check the bottoms of all of these, because it's easy to forget like a little DS game in there. I've almost thrown away DS games before. I hope I haven't actually. Maybe I have. Or like disc onlys that GameStop is just slipping in there. Hey, that's what it's supposed to look like. Barbie and her sister puppy rescue. No, it doesn't have the manual. That goes in the unfortunate pile. Wait, so is the Elite Pro program discontinued as a whole? Because I'm still an Elite Pro member. And also, isn't that the only way to rack up points? Because right now I've got 700,000 Elite Pro member points, so about $700 in rewards on GameStop.com, which may be a future video. So stay tuned, guys. That may be a future Switch challenge type video. And this is another. This is incorrect. I didn't do this. I don't think I ordered Barbie and her sister Puppy Rescue on Wii. I think I only ordered it on PS3. I'm going to have to check up on this. Your manager will hear from me, GameStop employee. I need to put this in a separate pile. There's people I set up a folding table here. I have no space for more piles. What am I going to do? I need a new office. "52 folks are still watching an hour in." I guess the hot dog eating contest must have gotten canceled tonight. Aha! Naruto Broken Bond complete. Let's go! Fill that pile up. Okay, I need to get back in the chat. Yeah, multi CJ rocks. We've been talking a lot in the chat about GameStop's faulty discs, so I will be on the lookout for that. And I'll let you guys know in future videos if my return rates do go up. So far, what I've seen, it's been looking good. Farming Simulator 19 Platinum Edition. I don't remember how many of these I bought. I don't really remember buying this. Hopefully I did order this. I'm going to cover this up. And I'm going to show you guys. Does this look to you like Galaxy on the Switch? Does this game look like Galaxy on the Switch to you? I mean, you got it wrong on both accounts. It's not the right game or the right system. I paid $9 for this. And whether or not we put this in the naughty pile is going to depend on whether it's actually worth more than the other one. Sometimes I'm surprised with farming simulator games, so I will... Okay. So it appears this is still worth 14 bucks after fees on FBA. Oh, that's going to be a pain. I'm not going to try to get that to show up. 14.66. Look at me. Look at me. Do you think that will correct on its own? Oh. So yeah, it's worth 14.66. I paid $9. I'm still going to put it in the raise a ruckus about this pile because they will probably just send me another free copy. So I'm going to keep this invoice as well. The thing about GameStop recently, though, is that they have been... There I am. Oh, look at that handsome face, Tripler. Their customer service has been so terrible. Like days and days to get a response. I submitted an inquiry. What was it about? Oh, about my Pro Member points not being valid on the site recently, and they have not gotten back to me. It was like 2 weeks ago. The other one was Blitz the League. That was the actual appropriate game on the invoice, and it's not complete. Boo-hoo for us. Turn super chat or stickers on or off for your channel in the left menu. I'm going to need to remember what my directions are. Send feedback. I am not seeing the option. I don't know if I have the ability to get super chats. You'll find option super chat status is on next to the blue toggle. Dang, Poke Garage is schooling me right now in how to enable my super chats. I probably should have looked this up ahead of time. But it's my first time, guys. You live and learn. Hey, okay, what's the deal with this? So we've got 51 folks watching and 15 likes. People, please. What do I have to do? Do I have to open another box to get that thumbs up? I'll do it. Don't think I won't do it. I'll do it. Turn super chat stickers on or off for your channel in the left menu. See, my left menu just has stream, webcam, manage, and I can't manage. Maybe because I'm live. I think I might have to end the stream to turn super chat on. So it may not happen on this one, guys, but I really appreciate you guys offering. That's pretty awesome. And I may honestly have to do a second one of these tomorrow because it's been an hour and I've gotten through a fraction. How many GameStop rewards points did that score me? I don't know how. I want to say like maybe 200,000. All in all, I have 700,000 right now. So big flexing on the GameStop reward points. Whoa. Almost had to say catch you guys on the flip on that one. Xenoblade Chronicles X, that's our second copy of that. It has been incomplete. Barbie and her sister. This is what I actually ordered GameStop, not the Wii version. But can't complain about puppy rescue either way. I mean, how cold-hearted do you have to be to not support puppies getting rescued? If my channel is monetized, I am eligible. It is monetized. But I may just be too dumb to figure this out right now. Because I clicked the little 3 dots up above the live chat, and none of the options are clickable for me on the left-hand menu. They're all blurred out maybe because I'm live. I don't know. Maybe they don't like my face. The facial recognition software is saying, no, sir. No super chat for you. Oh, I said I'd open up a box. After this one is going to be a box. Spike volleyball. Save the Light, Steven Universe. Is this an old one? I can't remember if I ordered a bunch of these this time, or I know I ordered a bunch for PS4 last time. Code Vein on the PS4. 2 out of 3. Not bad. This one here, this is a new one. This Steven Universe Save the Light /OKKO. And that is a Cartoon Network game. I've never seen the cartoon, but I don't know. They make decent stuff. Probably a good game. Popular with the kiddos these days, I suspect. And here goes the large box. If my handling of this box knife makes you uncomfortable, put an emoji in the chat right now, because I have heard from multiple comments, dude, stop throwing that thing around like it's a pencil. That is a dangerous instrument. And the fact is that I have cut myself with one before. I sliced right through my jeans Luckily, it was not deep at all. It was a Band-Aid level injury, but your concern is noted and valid. Oh, 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 that is beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. That was a good box. Whoever's idea it was to open that box. This is a nice box. Speaking of box, we've got 2 box VR. We've got a Fight Night Champion. I got a decent number of copies of this. This feels complete to me, indeed. We've got a Tomb Raider Trilogy. This is an exception to the rule of collections. It's not really a rule, honestly. When I'm looking at collections, I'm looking for games that are on a single disc, not multi-disc collection games. Then we've got another one, Saints Row collection. I don't think I got a lot of these. This is just 1 and 2. It was kind of an experiment for me. Is this supposed to have a manual? Somebody help me out. I'm going to put it in the conservative pile for now. Hey, 22 likes. Thank you, guys. It's helping a brother out. You're the best. Good amount of money and points, I see, so you can use that for a purchase. Well, I've been trying to use it for a purchase, Chevy, but on the GameStop website, it's been giving me so many fits. Like, I'll buy one, and then I can't view my digital locker, and then it'll say to examine your points that you have in your digital locker, you go to this site, and that website doesn't exist anymore. So what I'm going to try to do is use them for in-store credit, which I just was able to spend back in like early June on something. And what I'm going to try to do is buy as many of those coupons as I can, like $50 coupons, take it to GameStop. The annoying thing is it has to be a single item that is worth $50 or more. So I'll probably buy a good number of Switch games for $50 off, flip them, and then use that cash to maybe buy another special edition Switch. We'll see if I have the money to or not, but I'd really like to. And I think that'd be a really fun challenge in video. So let me know if you agree on that. You cannot use multi-50s on the same item. Yes, that's true. So it may be most advantageous to me if they had high dollar items, but a lot of GameStop's consoles and stuff are sold out right now. But an example might be, I think their PS3 Move controllers, the last one I went to, did have some in stock, but they were $45, so I didn't pull the trigger on those. But if they were $25 off $45, there's still a good amount of profit in that. So that might be the kind of thing that I get. We got another Midway Arcade Origins, Wheel O Fortune on the PS3, and Apache Air Assault. I only have 200K points. That is still a good amount. That's enough to buy a nice number of games. Okay, I need to double check this. Maybe I did order the Wii version. Maybe I did, folks, because this invoice, well, I can't show it because it has my address, but okay, I may need to eat my words on the Wii version of Puppy Rescue, because apparently here's another one, as well as the 3DS version of Barbie and her friends Puppy Rescue, or Barbie and her sister. I'm feeling the love with the Puppy Rescue games. I'm feeling very compassionate towards animals. PETA, hit me up if you want to sponsor. I've never eaten a hamburger in my life. Lots of puppy games today. Only one is complete, but hey, I'll take what I can get. One might call it puppy love. Uh-oh, we have gotten to the end of the first IKEA bag, and now we only have three postal crates more of bubble mailers, and then one more IKEA bag of bubble mailers. And then after that, it'll just all be boxes. Let's do a couple more boxes now, shall we? Knife safety. Yeah, knife safety is important. Nephew wants the Steven Light game. Never came across it yet for him. Well, Enashi, I know I owe you at this point, so maybe I can just throw that into your DS game pile. This is a thick boy. Here we go. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Dee, dee, dee. Yeah, back there, that's all GameStop stuff, dude. Like, it's never gonna end. Here we go. I'm gonna unwrap this for you guys. Oh man, we got another Borderlands triple pack with a whole butt ton of loose games in there. Boo-hoo. Blur on the 360. Did these come in black cases or what? Why have I gotten so many Blurs in black cases? Don't get it. Do not get it. Do they have manuals? No. No. I think this is just GameStop screwing with me. We've got a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Y'all know why this game is inflated right now. No manual. Unfortunate. Then we've got 2 Lord of the Rings Conquests on the 360. As well as a Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix. This is another sleeper movie game that, as it turns out, was worth some decent money after a half-off discount. And does it have the manual? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know it does. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix Xbox 360. Whoa. Empty. No, it's not empty. It's got one in there. We good. The other nice thing about ordering a ton of stuff from GameStop is it stocks me up on boxes for quite some time. Saints Row is supposed to have a manual. Of course it is. Of course it is. Bought 2 online certificates in the last month and they both didn't work, so I stopped buying them. Yeah, that's the exact same boat that I'm in right now, Alma, and I'm going to try to do the in-store versions. What I may do ahead of time before I put a bunch of points into it is call a GameStop store near me and say, hey, are you seeing this? Like, when I buy this on my account, is this showing up on your end? Can I use it in the store? And just kind of verify before I go in. Oh, it's looking bad back there, guys. It's looking real bad. I'm not even going to show it yet. Street Outlaws, the list on Xbox One. And these are the retro boys that I hinted at earlier. Now you guys get to see. Brrr. Any guesses? Any guesses? I'm going to tease the corner. You can't see it. You can't quite see it. It's, oh, you kind of saw that. It's Super Mario World. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. These to me, are looking a little bit different. I wonder if one of these is a repo. I bet it is. I don't know if I'm really smart enough to tell, but the fonts are definitely different. I'm going to see if you guys can kind of see this. Is that going to focus? That's focused pretty well. So especially like on the top, like skinny text here, which is the hardest to see on camera, it seems different than down here. And then also on the front, the coloration is slightly different. Maybe it'll be easier to tell if I open these puppies up. So I would not ultimately be surprised if one of them was a reproduction. But you guys let me know. I'm sure there are many more experts out there. But yeah, look at that. Even like Yoshi and Mario are bigger on one of them. Oh my gosh. And the super is on top of the text in this one and not in that one. So Let me know if there was ever like different variations of this, and like maybe that could account for the difference in art. But otherwise, one of these suckers, or maybe even both of them, is a reproduction. And I would have to get my complainy pants on, talk to a manager, and probably not send one of these back. They'd probably just send a replacement. But the reason that I got maybe like 12 or 14 copies of this game is that they are really nice to pair with SNES consoles. There's a good listing for that bundle on Amazon. I've been getting about $200. That's the spiked price. But I've been charging $197 for the bundle, and they've been selling pretty quick. So my table's empty. My soul feels empty. I'm going to grab some more because I'm still having fun. I hope you guys are. Oh, dear. Did you guys see that? Oh, that. This may be a structurally integral postal crate here. Let's see if we can. Oh. Hey, there it is. Nice. Please don't rat on me to USPS that I am using these for storage. I'm really not, except that I had 3 that I used to put out on my porch for pickups that I had to do it. I'm gonna have them busting down my door tonight like a SWAT team. Where are the postal crates? Ooh. Let's catch up with this chat here, shall we? Nintendo DS collection so far complete 488, Enashi. That's crazy. Need manuals on 20, loose 65. Wow. How many are there total? Over 1,000? Open the huge box in the back before I get off. I don't know. I may have to save that one for the next one. You gotta leave people guessing a little bit. I know you want the big box. I may do it. I may not. You have to stay tuned. That's a label variant on Super Mario Bros. I have both copies. Okay. Is either one of them more valuable, William? I would love to know. Hey, Cincinnati Pickers in the house. Thanks for joining. Can open up the carts and look at the circuit board if I really want to verify. Boy, I don't know if I have the dedication for that. I do. I mean, I have the tools. I've done it before. We got another Barbie game on the PS3. Those, I was surprised at the sales velocity of those. Another Barbie Puppy Rescue. I think they were all in like either the teens or like the 20,000s, which is not bad for video games, especially now. And then we have a loose Sonic Lost World. Wait, this Barbie shouldn't be in this pile. I'm losing my marbles. $10 a piece on those. We've got Railway Empire and Save the Light, 2 nice complete copies, I do believe. Ooh, this one. Uh-oh. Oh, don't tell me. Are these all supposed to have this big like poster looking thing inside them? And a manual? Oh man, I may have to go back through those other ones and move them to the good condition pile. That kind of sucks. And, oh, I'm going to have to exchange the case on this too, because check that out. That's not getting sold in very good condition. I'll tell you that right now. And by the way, John, if you haven't heard yet, Phoenix Resale is going to be the next resale channel to 100K. Everybody's saying it. I mean, it's gotten to me secondhand, but they're like, man, a few months ago, he was at 0. Now he's at 18 or something. 1,800. The next step is 100K. It's happening before our very eyes. Also, belated congrats on that 100K. That, I mean, for a reseller to get to 100K subs on YouTube is pretty wild. Like, regardless of your niche, that signifies a breadth of popularity that I think is about more than just the business. So kudos on that. Look at, I shouldn't just throw this away. Check out these fragments of the case. That is just not what you want to see from GameStop. Please don't do this to me. This is just, I'm going to put this in the disc only pile because that's basically what that is. Value is the same. What a pity on those two copies of, where did I put those? Oh, here they are. So yeah, this I think is the only really this is the only really retro stuff that you guys are going to see today. Hey, speaking of retro, Retro Rick is here. Bought I did not buy 7,000 Wii Fits from GameStop, but hey, if the price was right, I mean, if you're selling retro, that's secretly how he funds his $10 game collection, is just raw copies of of Wii Fit. Can you imagine? Here's a question for the chat. If somebody was selling a lot of 100 Wii Fit games with no board, how much would you pay for that lot? I want to hear people's answer, because it's almost rare to walk into a Goodwill and not find Wii Fit. All right, in this one we have Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. I think that's a new one. Also with just a busted up nasty case. Yuck. And then a couple copies. Oh, Apache. Another one that I was like, this obscure like war battle game surely is not going to be worth anything. As it turns out, it's doing all right and selling fairly often. So the two criteria that I will look at when I'm buying games on GameStop to sell on Amazon are, one, how much is it going to sell for? So I'll look both at the lowest FBA price and also the lowest listing in general. Normally the merchant fulfilled price is a bit lower. And if the merchant fulfilled price is significantly lower than the FBA price, that might mean that the person selling through Amazon fulfilled might be getting a little bit too ambitious with their pricing. So I might stay a little bit away from that if the lowest price is not enough to make much profit. The other thing I look at is sales rank, which is a representation of how often the game is going to sell and approximately how long I can expect to sit on it. Also got two copies of VR Ping Pong Pro, another one of these like semi-active indoor activity games that I expect to also increase in price, and these as well were a little bit cheaper at $13 a piece, half off, $6.50. I'll take it. I think I checked those twice, like Santa Claus. There he is. Knife safety, kids. Got to be careful with these things. Tendo has 100 copies of Wii Fit. Why? I guess he has a pawn shop booth. So maybe they sell in there. I wouldn't guess so. Does he have a Wii Fit game collection? I'd be interested to know. Maybe he'd sell them. For answers to that question, we have $3.50, $4 for all of them. Yeah, that sounds close. I feel like maybe you could make a wholesale lot of that on eBay and get Xenoblade Chronicles maybe 50 cents a piece. I don't know. Somebody look up comps on that on eBay and let me know what they're going for in like wholesale lots, because I bet people have sold those. I bought Nino Kuni RK Collector's Box when they discounted it to $30 new. My hometown had the last new one in 100 miles, but he picked it up for me. It had been gutted for display, and they sold as new. That is rough. I would not put it past GameStop, though. Like, I wish I could say that surprised me. Nothing surprises me with GameStop. So, am I dancing with the devil a little bit by giving them $7,000 for like a month's worth of inventory? Yeah, kind of. But so far, I've gradually scaled up to this point. So I didn't just jump into this, but it really started in Q4 of this year. I spent I think like a couple thousand when they had a really good, like similar half off sale. It ended up going really well for me. And so I was like, okay, I need to pay more attention to GameStop, like big sales, deals of the day, things like that. And so since then, I've been just gradually learning more and more. And, you know, here we are. Oh, did I say this is Naruto again? Newer to your channel. I like your content. Thank you, Be Marvelous. That was a marvelous comment, and will be very helpful for my self-esteem, especially as I self-soothe as I try to fall asleep tonight. I'll think of that comment and drift off to sleep. Box VR. Another new copy. I love this. I'm actually going to scan this right now and see if new goes for much more than used. Or maybe I'll just prank myself and realize that I was looking at the wrong listing all along. All right, so lowest copy on Amazon. I got this for $6.50. Lowest copy via FBA is going for $20 after fees. So I'm glad I got a good number of these. That's in used condition. And then the lowest price on a merchant fulfilled copy is about $4 less than that. So I'm more than doubling my money on this. And then new actually is going for $23 after fees, sold through FBA. So a little bit of a bump on that and a good investment. Happy about that. And then we also have Street Outlaws. Bye-bye. Thanks for the Yoshi Amiibo tip the other day. You are welcome, Poke Garage. I picked up maybe like 18 of those or so. That was their deal of the day yesterday or 2 days ago. Recently, guys, I've been checking GameStop's deal of the day like a discipline every single day. They have so many good sales. The one he's talking about is a Yarn Yoshi Amiibo in new condition for $7 a piece. And they had 3 different colors, like just a straight up good deal. You could probably even lot them up on eBay, sell one of each, and maybe double your money plus shipping. And that's also the kind of product, especially like new stuff, you could hold that till Q4 and probably even make more than that. Although I don't know what supply is like on those, if they're going to be still in stock for a long time on GameStop. Got another couple copies of Street Outlaws. Boom, boom. Let's transfer some of these. Ooh. What I would love to hear from some of you guys is if you are a reseller, either as a side hustle or full-time, what you do about work-life balance. Because that's something that, especially now, I've been kind of wrestling with. I think the last month or so, I've been a little bit better about making time during the weekends and the evenings to slow down. This is another Naruto. But like, I just sort of have this deep knowledge that the current era that we are in terms of reselling is so unprecedented. Like, for the next 20 years, we may be looking back on this span of who knows how many months it'll end up being as the golden era for reselling. Like, people buying way more online and like places going out of business and like, and I want to be careful in saying that because I want to be sensitive to all the people who have been negatively impacted by this. And I don't want to take my my position for granted. This is another complete Xenoblade, as well as this is a new one, Family Game Night 2 and 3. I think this sold out fairly quick after I started buying them on the Wii, but that was a good one. But yeah, I want to take full advantage of this current reselling era. And so that's led me in the last few months to just push really hard. And oftentimes, especially with the channel, like I'll work a 10-hour day and then start like editing a video. And it's led to some long days, some long weekends, but it doesn't really feel like a grind for me. Like I just like it so much that it's like I get to just do my hobby all the time. And now it's making a lot more money than it normally does. So why wouldn't I push harder? But I have, all that said, been stepping back a little bit and, just making a little bit more time, making sure that I'm hanging out with Erica. I finished Breath of the Wild, so that was a big thing this last week. One of the best games I've ever played, maybe the best game I've ever played. Boy, I love that game. But obviously that takes time, and I took my time with it too. I didn't just rush through that game. That was like a smell the roses kind of a game for me. How much do I think the 7GS will you make off them? GS. What's GS? GameStop? You may have to clarify that question for me, Anthony. My wife just shouted to me from the other room, $7,000. So how much, okay, how much will I make off of, 7Gs? Thanks, Bruxist. Off the 7Gs. So like I said, all of this stuff that I'm buying, I expect to at least double up on. That's kind of my metric, and I like it to be under 25 or 30K roughly sales rank. Sometimes if it's like maybe 35 or 40 or 45, I'll buy a few copies just to kind of see what it does. But if assuming this stuff sells like I think it will, I hope to make about 7,000 on it once it does all sell. Now, especially for this acceptable stuff, some of this may take until Q4 to like actually sell from the warehouse. And some of it also will get caught by my repricer. The market will shift on it. Maybe because of this GameStop sale, price tankers will come onto the market. And this is another Barbie Wii game and Sonic Lost World on Wii U, and bring down the prices on some of it. I expect that going into it. That's part of the reason why I am picky about the margins that I do like to see. And honestly, most of these are a little bit above 100% expected return. So if all goes according to plan, I'm hoping to double up. And especially when you factor in stuff like this that is selling for, well, more than triple what I paid. These games really help the margins a lot. I think I'm getting a little bit hungry. I haven't eaten yet, and we're going on almost 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do these 7, and then I'm going to open up not the large box, but a large box as our finale. Here's one. So if you guys can see, the biggest box is right here. It's like on its side. But this is a pretty big box. It is kind of light though, so it's not going to be chock full of games, but that will be our finale of the night. I'll let you guys go and get my obnoxious voice out of your craniums. Oh, before we get to that point, if you are here, we're at 33 likes. That's awesome. If you haven't liked yet, join the like club. Join the altruism club is really what that is. Let's give Caleb a little bit of YouTube charity. Sonic Lost World complete. Let's go. But honestly, I mean, I should qualify my confidence in that margin a little bit, because One thing that I do not do well, I try to be fairly open about the stuff that I don't do well. This is another incomplete copy of Brawlout. Is I currently don't have a system that shows every single item that I've bought, how much I bought it for, how much it sold for, what fees were, and ultimate net profit. I do have a system that sees that by month, but I don't have one that sees it by item, because if I were to manually input that, it would be like another full-time job, especially when, you know, we have hundreds and hundreds of games in this, you know, couple weeks worth of work alone. So yeah, that said, I should qualify my confidence in how much I'm going to make on all of this stuff, because I don't have an exact estimate of that from previous experiences. Now, that said, I do study my sold listings pretty consistently. I think every reseller does, like, especially if you're on FBA, it's really fun to just go on and see how much did I sell today, what kind of stuff is selling. And I also have, as part of my seller SKU, what I originally listed it for. So if it's been repriced, I know that as well, and what it's been, whether it's gone up or down, what the condition was that it sold in. So I'm a student of that. I'm constantly reforming what I'm buying based on that. Sorry, I had a hiccup. So that, in a way, kind of substitutes for having that individualized system. I wish I did have that. Here's another one for the collection. Let's go. I've been waiting for this guy to be in stock when they have a sale for so long. Katamari Reroll. I loved Katamari Damacy on the PS1. I don't think they really did anything to update it on this Switch version, but it's just cool having it on a Nintendo console. And I don't have this one in the collection. This just has a special place in my heart. I remember when I first got it, I was like, the concept for this game is unlike anything I have ever played. And it was just really fun. I hope that they make another one soon. I would love to see that on the Switch, another box VR. In my next episode, my next installment of this, which will probably be tomorrow morning, I think I'll go into a little bit more of like specific items on this and show some sales ranks, some like expected profits, lowest listings for FBA versus merchant fulfilled, and kind of what my thought process is on these a little bit more, since I do have a little bit more time in this medium. Got another Harry Potter Deathly Hallows on PS3. That said, I don't think I'm going to be able to be live for all of this for somewhat obvious. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I have to balance the YouTube content, which doesn't really make money, with what does make money, which is actually getting all this crap processed and listed and shipped out. We got Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 and another Barbie. Boy, I bought a lot of Barbie stuff this time. Jeez Louise. Let's catch up with the chat a little bit. Only did reselling for 2 hours a day after work, but broke my leg, and I have had 8 weeks to put more time into it. Man, I'm so sorry about your leg, Be Marvelous. But I can relate somewhat. I was able to put a lot more time into reselling when I got fired from my job twice. If you haven't heard that story, it is somewhat interesting. I have a video on my channel called The Story of Phoenix Resale, where I talk all about it. It's quite the scandal. So here's another complete Katamari Damacy reroll, or Katamari. Yeah. The stacks are getting high, folks. We've got a Fire Pro Wrestling World disc only. Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. Yeah, complete with the game right here. I do need to try to remember to take, most of the time you can kind of feel it when they're in those little like mini cases in here, but yeah, helps to take those out, kind of like it helps to take the price stickers off. This is it, ladies and gents. I'm going to catch up with the chat real quick before I dive into our grand finale. Do it as a side hustle. I have to do it after the 2 kids and wife are in bed. I get about 2 to 3 hours, 3 nights a week to list. Sucks because it takes a long time to see a return. Yeah, I can relate to that for sure, Steven. My biggest advice would just be to, like, reselling is kind of unique in that the return that you see is definitely delayed. Like, it's very much a profession and a side hustle of delayed gratification. And so if you're the kind of person who is able to stomach that and even to thrive in it, if you have more of a responsible nature, more of a disciplined nature, it can be really rewarding, but the work is front loaded. So, you know, the downside is you can list consistently for a couple weeks and might not really see an uptick in sales for some time, even though your inventory is going up. But the flip side of that is once you do have a solid inventory, you can go on vacation and still be making money. If you don't put your store on vacation mode, if you just change your handling time, or if you're doing FBA. So, that it's a double-edged sword, but I have a lot of empathy, especially because I did part-time for a long time before I actually went full-time, about a year. And yeah, I feel that struggle for sure. Love your videos. I watch every one. Thanks so much, Edward. I really appreciate that. I love hearing feedback on my channel. And also constructive criticism. Because I had a few people on my videos be like, dude, you use this same crappy stock guitar music for every every piece of B-roll in a video game store or pawn shop. Like, spice it up, please. So I started doing that, and I think it's really had a positive impact on my videos. So if you have constructive criticism for me as well, don't be afraid to hit me with that. I love a good roast too. If you have unconstructive criticism, get it in there. Like, I will take that. List during the evenings. I try not to have meetings from 4 to 5 to go to the post office. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a good strategy. Question, I made it in late. Are you pricing for Q4 prices to make a profit? Hope you bought all of these with a good points card. That's kind of 2 questions. So the first one, I use an Amazon credit card that gives me, I think, 1% cash back on everything and 5% when I buy stuff on Amazon. I probably could be getting a little more, 1.5 to maybe 2%. I applied for that credit card when I was doing a whole lot more Amazon textbook arbitrage, so that was the reason for that. But I am getting points through that. I also do use Ratukin/Ebates, which gives me like 3% back on everything that I buy on GameStop, which adds up to a lot ultimately, as well as getting those pro points. So it's sort of a triple whammy when I buy stuff on GameStop.com, which is nice. And no, I'm not pricing it for Q4. I'm pricing it for current prices because I want stuff to move if I can get it to move. Some of it might not move till Q4 because it's in acceptable or good condition. But if it can, I want it to now. I want to be turning that money over. I prefer the quick nickel to the slow dime in general because it allows for that cash flow that I really like. But that's a good business model question. Too much inventory for all that data entry. Yeah, J-Dub, that's pretty much what I think as well. Oh, I'm blurry. Focus. There's my lovely hand. Anyone want to read my palm? I'm not about that. Who knows what the market will do? Yeah, that's part of the reason why I buy for current markets. I don't do much speculation on Q4. I did a little bit of that with the 2DS XLs. I have about 8 of those that I'm sitting on until Q4. We'll see what happens with them. Have you buy Godfather Dawn Edition? Yes. I did buy some of those, Luke. I haven't opened any yet for some reason, but I did buy a decent number of them. And I did see the price, or not the price error, but the listing error on GameStop.com. So we'll see if a few of those come out. I think they had, the picture of the PS3, and it actually was the Xbox 360 edition. So we'll see what they actually end up sending. Probably the Xbox, but either one would have been profitable, so I was fine with it. Do I have Donut Country on the Switch? It's a fun game like Katamari Damacy. Oh, I don't. That's a really great suggestion. I'll keep my eye out for that one. Is it physical? Because I don't really like digital games, but I would definitely try that out. Steven, thanks so much for joining. Pleasure to have you. We got 40 people still in here, and I'm about to open up this big boy. Just trying to tie up these last questions. Can you get a tan? The lining is shining off your pasty skin and killing my eyes. I love it. Dude, I'm telling you, I love a good roast. I really do. I've been trying to get in on those. It's probably also shining off my pasty skin because I'm a little sweaty in here. It's a little warm, a few degrees too warm for my taste. I've been trying to get in on those GameStop deals, but I've been getting much more generic case copies lately, which are slower movers, so I've given up. Yeah, you can pretty much see it's pretty close to 50-50 here. So I would say this is a big enough sample size that's probably around what you can expect, maybe 40 to 50% with their original case. And the other thing I've noticed is you can expect, if you're wanting to increase your percentage, one, buy games for more recent consoles because that's less time that will have elapsed for the case to have been lost. Also, buy more games that are likely to be adult owned. So there's a reason that I've been getting so many caseless copies of Barbie games, but my complete ratio on like the train simulator games is much higher because ain't no kid gonna buy that and just toss the case away like kids do. So those are a couple tips if you do want to improve your ratio. I'm going to dig into this guy for our finale here as we close in on 2 hours for the first live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. This was, like I said, I was nervous that no one was going to show up. But this has been a lot of fun. I definitely think I will do this more regularly in the future, especially if I'm buying a ton of crud from GameStop. And, oh, this is so fun. This is actually not games. This is one that I got today and ordered just 2 days ago, but these are the yarn amiibos that I was talking about. So I'll give you guys a nice look at these, and I believe 2 of each. Nice. So these were $7 a piece. They're going for right now around 13 after fees and new condition on Amazon. Look at that cutie. How can you not love him? We got a couple pink ones as well. And some green ones. And recently I actually bought a decent number of copies of Yoshi's Woolly World, and you can, oh crap, I just noticed, look at that. Look at this, GameStop, this is not new condition, stop. I may see if they're, no, don't ruin them. Why are you doing this to me, GameStop? Ah, that really stinks. Let's see if the other ones. This one has a little bit of one. This one they ripped the stickers off, all of the price stickers before they sent them to me, but they were not careful. GameStop, why do you do this to me? So it may actually be, these were a good enough deal that I don't think they're super profitable in used condition, so I wouldn't necessarily sell these as like new, but I may do lots of 3 of them and sell them. I paid $7 a piece, so I may sell them for like 40 plus shipping or so on eBay, make a little bit of money that way. I think I could get that, but anyway, I think that nonetheless, I mean, these things are so freaking cute. That was a good way to end this. I am not sad about it. Hopefully the other Yoshis that I get will not have gone through a similar fate, and I can either take the stickers off myself or, they just won't have put them on there in the first place. But anyway, it really does mean a lot to me that you guys have tuned in, and especially some of you that have watched for this long. If you would mind dropping a like, we've got 39 likes and only 42 viewers. So, very generous like ratio. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive. If you haven't checked out my channel as a whole, if this is your first time finding me, right now I'm focusing on trying to get my viewer to subscriber ratio on my videos up. So right now about 45% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and I'm trying to move that needle a little bit. So if you would consider subscribing, that would be amazing. But yeah, thank you guys a bunch just for joining. This was a ton of fun, and I believe I will be going live at some point tomorrow to do the same thing. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys on the flip.